Alright, welcome to the stream. Been a few days, but we're back at it. How we doing tonight? Oh man, I would have liked to have streamed a little bit more of Tomb Raider in between the time, when we last streamed and today, because we've got a major game coming out, I guess midnight tonight or tomorrow officially. Which I guess, that would be tomorrow, as the definition may explain. But I had a couple issues. One, I discovered my microphone was in fact broken. The issue, after looking it up, it seems like there was a loose diaphragm, so it was making a lot of jittery noise anytime you'd move it, and then it would have like this constant click, which was sort of annoying. You wouldn't hear it while the game was going on, but I could hear it in like quiet moments, and sometimes that tends to happen with Tomb Raider. So I ended up buying a new microphone. As opposed to the RE20 that I was previously using, I'm now using an RE320. But outside of that, having to wait for that mic to come in, even though I could have streamed, I could have switched back to my Samsung Q2U. There was an issue where my saves got overridden while I was playing Tomb Raider on my Steam Deck. I accidentally was using an old file on the Steam Deck, which then got overwritten in the cloud, which then got downloaded onto my PC. And that put me back, about 5 levels or so in Tomb Raider 2. So I had to work my way back up to where I was when we last left the stream. So it took a minute. So I figured I might as well wait until we got everything, and lo and behold, here we are. So we're going to get back into it. We're picking up where we left off during the last stream. I will not have to redo the levels since I did that off stream. And yeah, we're going to get back into the Maria Doria. So let's go ahead and boot it up. See what we can get done here. My goal at the very least is to try and get to, what was it? Tibet? I think it's Tibet. I want to try to get there at the very least. So we'll see what happens. No, not that. But I still like this level, despite having to redo the beginning parts of it. The Maria Doria, one of my favorite, probably all-time favorite settings in a Tomb Raider game. Sunken ship and everything. I thought it was pretty nifty. Screw Tibet, your goal should be to beat the game. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know, maybe if I was like really familiar with the game and knew everything and all the secrets and stuff, we could make it pretty far. Maybe get to the last section, maybe to get to China. Although Tibet, I guess, is technically in China, but the level China. However, just like that other time a week ago, I have an appointment that's even earlier than the appointment I had last week, so I'm gonna need to like not go on too long tonight. We'll see how far we can get. But yeah, Tibet would be great. I still think there's like 2 or 3 levels left in Maria Doria, so we'll see. Shit. Get your ass back here. Oh shit. Woo! Yeah, I gotta go back. It is another dental appointment, unfortunately. Last week, it wasn't the reason I went in. I went in for a scheduled cleaning. I get cleanings twice a year, but the week before the appointment I had last week, I chipped a tooth. And while I was getting a cleaning done, I just had him take a look and see what we needed to do about that. So I gotta go get some repair work done, basically. No, I don't think I can do that. Make sure I'm late. Probably wouldn't be great. Again, I think I mentioned it last time, not that I need to be telling you guys the rapport I have, but I was late once and they were like chewing me out. And I wasn't even like that late. I was like 5 minutes late to the appointment. They're like, we got other patients to see here. I'm like, alright, shit, it's 5 minutes. They could wait 5 minutes. It's fine. When I was checking out, not checking out, but when I was trying to make the appointment for this week, they set me aside. They're like, we'll call you when we're available to see you. And they set me aside, and I was waiting about 15 minutes before I went back up to the desk, and they're like, did you need something? I'm like, yeah, we were supposed to make an appointment. So they're not even that conscientious of their own clients' times, but they sure are conscientious of their own time. Anyway, we are using a new mic once again. So hopefully everything sounds fine. I tried to get it as close as I could to the quality that I was having with the RE20. Still using an Electro Voice microphone. I liked the original well enough, but as I made a statement before, the RE20 that I had, I think was really, really old. I want to say it had to at least have been from the 80s, if not a little bit older than that. But yeah, just like a really old microphone. Solid, but I think just through the way I use it and how I pack up my mic and everything, and maybe through the previous use, because I did get it pre-owned. There was a bit of an issue with just the stability of it. So yeah, again, I think the problem was the diaphragm got loose, which was probably contributing to the to the popping and clicking that was going on at the time. So I don't know.
Hello, what have we here?
Looks like we got our first secret. See if I can get in there. Whoa, what's that camera angle? Jesus. Oh boy, I want to say I could probably make the jump back, but I don't know for sure. I guess we'll see. Let's give it a try. Hey, I actually made it. There's somebody stomping around back here too. But I didn't really want to replace the mic with the exact same mic that I was using, even though they're still manufacturing RE20s. I think they put more production into the RE320s. I think it's a little bit more common now. Apparently it's the exact same type. It's built exactly the same with the same pieces, but the pieces are manufactured from a different place. They call them Asian parts. With the RE20 that I was using, those are still manufactured today, but they have, and I guess always will be, manufactured exclusively in America, whereas the RE320 uses the quote-unquote Asian parts, which means, you know, I don't know, wherever the parts come from, probably somewhere in China or Taiwan. I mean, in the long run, that may potentially mean that mic quality, you know, won't last as long as the RE20. But we've seen that the RE20s are not infallible, as evidenced by mine breaking down. Although, mine could have been 30 years old, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts me. How long I'm actually going to be using the microphone for. Kind of want to see if there's something back here. Could just do the, oh. There actually is. Not necessarily a secret, but still, some shotgun ammo is nice. I think now that that path's all clear. Okay. Sounds descriptively intense. I don't know. Audio stuff is kind of like a low-key hobby of mine. When we first got in this level, they were pointing a switch out that was kind of like in that piston engine room. but we didn't have access to it. But now that we can kind of go around back this way, because we need to flip that switch in order to get them angled right, or I could make it across to here. But now that we have access and can go back the same way, yeah, we can do this. But yeah, for a long time, I was always looking at microphones, seeing, you know, which one I would want in the long run. Best bang for my buck for the longest time was the Samson. Oh, shit. Whoops. I don't know why I didn't make that. Oh well. Probably should have saved at that point. Good lord. The best bang for my buck was the Samson Q2U, which it's like a $70 microphone, if not a little bit less than that, depending on if you get it on sale or whatever. But great sounded mic. And actually, I didn't have to put nearly as much work into getting it to sound good. Whoa. As some more expensive mics that I've had, namely like the Blue Yeti. That Blue Yeti is expensive, and it is not that great. Okay, guess he ran away. But for a while, I was using those guys. I actually bought two of them. One, I think I got a new one because I was having issues and thinking it was the actual microphone, but it ended up being an issue with Windows instead. So that was kind of shitty. But, you know, these things happen. But I was using that one for the longest time. Picked up a lot of background noise. That's because of the type of microphone that it was. But, it didn't end up working out for me. I think eventually I ended up getting the Q2U after that, which sounded infinitely better. Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't think those things were gonna start rolling as fast as they did. At the very least we have an idea of what we need to do, so I don't need to like spend a ton of time doing this. But after looking through a lot of different microphones and watching a lot of comparison videos and people doing like audio tests with it, I decided that the Electro Voice RE20 was like the goal that I had in mind for getting a mic. And yeah, it's expensive. It's an expensive mic. A lot of people nowadays, if they go for like a super pricey mic, they're going to go for the Shure SM7B. And that's because Joe Rogan uses it, basically. The Joe Rogan podcast being as huge as it is. Everybody's just going to try to copy that. A lot of professionals in the industry use the Electro Voice RE20 as well, but I don't see it used quite as often, but it's been around a long time. Shure's been around as a company for a long time, but that SM7B is a fairly new one. But you see almost everybody using it for like podcasts, streaming, musicians. It's a good mic, but it's like $500. The RE20 is about the same price, but I ended up getting the one that I had, the super old one, for pretty cheap. Probably like $200 or something like that, I think it was. Which was nice, but it didn't end up lasting me all that long, so that was the only downside to it. See if this asshole comes out. There you are. I'll get the statue on the way back, because we need to go back there anyway. The Blue Yeti, I didn't know at the time that I had gotten it, but that one was also a product of people trying to copy, somebody super successful that used it. I think PewDiePie is the one that was using the Blue Yeti for a while. And I didn't even know that at the time. I was just, back then I wasn't doing a whole lot of comparisons or, seeing actual breakdowns of what makes the mic good or not. Essentially, I was just seeing, all right, let me pop on Amazon real quick and see which has the best reviews, which is a dangerous thing to do. You don't want to do that all the time. See that a lot of those reviews end up being fake or mixed in with some other product or some shit. So I don't advise people do that, but I did it at the time. Ended up going with it. It's a decent microphone for what it is, but it's also, you know, I think I got it on sale, but still kind of like retails in and around the field of about $200 or so. It ain't exactly worth it for most instances, especially if you're doing like a video game stream or something where there's potential for background noise. It's mostly just for strictly speaking. You know, if you're doing a podcast or something in an actual treated room. Because, again, given how the microphone actually functions, it's picks up a lot of noise. Which even this one, I feel like the RE20 that I had was better at background noise elimination. I don't know if it's just like the settings I had or what, but with RE320, one thing I noticed is that it's really, really sensitive. I think I ended up having to turn the gain down because the RE20 I had to boost like a lot. I don't know, I guess it required that much more power. Hey, what's up, Mythical? It is going well. How are you doing? But the RE20 I had to give like additional gain to because it required more power in order to function as well as it did. This one, much less than the power demand scale. Oh shit. That didn't work, and that's not going to work for me. Good thing I saved. But when I plugged it in, I saw that I was picking up all sorts of noise, so I ended up knocking the gain down by about 3 decibels or something like that. Also, you're good just watching the countdown timer on your PS5 for Rebirth. Oh, you ended up going for the digital release. Got about 15 minutes. Cool. That's not gonna work. I ended up doing the physical because I knew I wasn't going to stream it tonight, so I figured, and that's going to be a stream-only game for me, so I figured that we could wait on it, and if I'm waiting on it, I might as well wait or get the physical copy. And I don't know why she isn't grabbing this, because we did it before. I don't think I did anything different either. I might be hitting grab too early. Sometimes I can cut down your, like the length of your jump, but I don't know. Shouldn't be that bad. There we go, jeez. Not exactly. Your order still hasn't shipped when you got paid. You don't want spoilers, so you just ordered it on PS5 as well. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm not super concerned for spoilers. There are definitely some games that when they come out, you know, I'm pretty cautious. With this one, I'm not as worried about it. Maybe I should be, but for whatever reason, I'm not really sweating the details that much. This jump was always a pain in the ass. I remember this one being weird, because you can't drop down. The drop down is too far. I don't know if I could jump. I might be able to jump back onto that platform. I don't know about the one next to it, though. You ordered the deluxe edition for your physical. Okay. Cool. That works. Just drop back down here, and then we have to go back into that room that got flooded. I just got the standard one. I think I'm going to try to get as many. I mean, it's always kind of been the case, but, you know, if I'm getting a game that's exclusive to a platform, if I'm buying it for that specific platform and not, you know, there's no chance of it having a release on PC at the same time, I'm going to opt for a physical copy. It's just the way it's got to be. Shit, these guys. Use this because I got no clue where I gotta go. Oh. The hell is this? Nothing? I guess it's an air hole if you need it. Oh shit. There's a switch down here. Oh my god. What did that look like in the original? Oh, okay. Also, you normally order standard editions, but with this game we felt it was worth the extra dollars. They had some additional bonuses. I was kind of thinking about nabbing a deluxe, but I figured it's not going to matter to me too much in the long run. I did get the deluxe edition for the previous one for remake. Oh, shit. Already? Jeez. Yeah, the big eel is a little terrifying. I don't even see where this asshole shooting me from. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh my god. I think I got him. I know these guys always take off. Come back here and fight like a man. Guys always end up shooting at you and trying to take off. Is there anything else in here? I got an achievement for that. I guess that counts as a shortcut as opposed to... I don't know, there's something with this box and everything. What's going on? Oh yeah, this is the route actually to get where I was. I just superseded all that. We got one secret. I don't know where the others are though. This can be a little confusing on occasion. Oh, look, there's one. There's glass down below. Bet you gotta roll it. I'm gonna save just in case, though. You can't jump down. Obviously you can't drop down there, because if you drop down there, you're going to hit the glass. I don't think you could jump. Any jump would put you in that square, but there's a thing when you roll, like immediately off a ledge, you just kind of like drop. You drop and go forward. There you go. See? It actually worked. I was really hoping I wasn't going to be proven wrong there. The only problem with this is getting back up. Considering the height of this, I'm going to take a little bit of damage jumping back up to the top. That's okay. trap in the glass shards. I saw... Oh, look, there it is. That's the last secret. I think this is the way to get in there, too. Let's see. Just making sure there's nothing else I could potentially miss in here. A little excited to see what Rebirth has in store, though. I'm expecting it to be a pretty big game. Kind of hoping they pull back on the filler content, though. I wasn't too crazy about that in Remake. While I was playing it, it was fine enough, but like I said it before, but it's like all the main key story points I thought were great in Remake, but it's like when they tried to stretch out the amount of time that you spent in Midgar, it was a little much. Sometimes it could get a little boring. Not exceptionally so. I think we saw with Final Fantasy 16 you could do a lot worse. And that isn't to say that I thought Final Fantasy 16 was a bad game. I liked that game quite a bit, but boy, some of those missions, man. Some of those side missions were boring. I think that's a breakable. There we go. Do a little technical platforming work. Never played a Final Fantasy game until Remake. Wow, that's surprising. Came out and loved, went out and bought the original 7 and 8. Have you played 8 yet? First Final Fantasy I ever played, I think, was Final Fantasy 9, which to this day, and it might be because of nostalgia, but to this day I still consider my favorite Final Fantasy. But shortly after I beat 9, with the assistance of Game Shark at the time, because I wasn't willing to do the grinding. But shortly after I beat it, I played 7. And I actually didn't like it at first. I thought when I beat 9 and went to 7, I was like, not really feeling this one. But I tried it a few months later. I started it up and I didn't remember liking it, but I tried it a few months later and I thought it was excellent after the fact. You have not, it's on your list. Okay. 8 is a little divisive. I personally am not a huge fan of 8, but I know a lot of people that love it. And I've tried. I've really, really tried to play it again. And I can't do it. I gotta stream it. What is the thing I gotta do? I've tried to play 8 again, and I don't know if I get bored with it or something happens, but I end up getting distracted and I abandon the playthrough. And I've tried to do it like 3 times now. The furthest I've got is just beating disc 1. Shit. I figured somebody else was coming. And, yeah, after that last time, even during that, like, or before that last attempted playthrough I tried to do, I'm like, you know what I gotta do? I gotta stream this game. Because streaming, at the very least, will try to, you know, or potentially anyway, will keep me focused on it, and, you know, have something where I could, like, keep coming back to it. Some motivating factor outside of just playing it for the hell of it. So, I think if I do another Final Fantasy that's not like a brand new release, because, you know, we've done Final Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. So it's like something that isn't brand new. If I go back and do a Final Fantasy stream akin to, you know, when I did 10 or 12 or something like that, it's got to be 8. And I remember liking factors of 8. I still played 8 at a fairly young age, so it was coming down here. It was still one of those games where I ended up having to use a Game Shark to actually beat the damn thing. So I feel like I've never truly beat it. That's the only ever one time that I've actually played through it. So I got to do it again. We get an official playthrough. What did I pick up? Oh, the theater key. Okay, that's actually back here. And I could knock it off my list, and I can finally decide, you know, do I actually like it? Is it good after you get past kind of the slow stuff? Because it is slow to start. I almost feel like 9, I feel, puts you right into the action. Same thing with like 10 and I guess maybe not 12, but there's a lot of Final Fantasy games where it feels like the pace just immediately gets picked up as soon as you start it. And, you know, it might have a lull here and there because they're generally fairly long games, but, you know, a lot of the Final Fantasy games feel like they get you, like, right into the story and everything off the bat, and there's might be some twists and turns and stuff, but the pacing is still pretty consistent. But with 8, I always feel like, God, it's such a slow start. And, you know, it's kind of weird. It's like a bunch of kids. It's almost like it's not really a high school setting, but, you know, it's still kind of like school. It's a school setting with teachers and classes, and while they're doing, you know, mercenary work or whatever, they're training to be, you know, contracts, not killers, but I guess mercs still fits the description pretty well, but, you know, people that do fight monsters and whatever, it's still something about it that, I don't know, just kind of lacks that punch. But it's one of those games, and this, I mean, I guess this is true for all Final Fantasies, but some more than others. But it's one of those games where it's really, really character driven. So I think the people that like it are the ones that especially get invested in the characters. Because as you go through it, you find that they all have, like, ties and connections with each other, and I don't know. It's like this big, ever-winding web of story. Let's see how dark this is in the original. It's not too bad. Oh. Like, am I supposed to be looking for an item or what? Alright. That floods the pool area. Oops. Actually meant to do a side jump. There you go. Starting to get a little low on Uzi ammunition. Switch over to the... Oh. Well, automatics ain't that much better. I guess I got plenty of shotgun ammo, though. These shotgunners. I mean, I'm thankful. Once they start, it's like... They're very, very slow to get the initial shot off, and then once they do, they just start hammering the thing. And then you're in trouble, but thankfully, if you catch them before they fire, you can probably kill them before they actually get a shot off. 21 minutes. All 3 secrets, 16 out of 16 pickups. Not bad. We are on the deck. Which there is a lot of shit going on here. I like this one too. Actually, this should be the last level of the Maria Duria. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I guess it's like a sea cave or something like that. But I don't know why there's so much of the ship that's submerged and then there's like this huge portion of it that is dry. I guess it got like crammed into some underwater cavern or something like that. But the fact that it's all, you know, out of the water, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But diversify the levels a little bit. I need to drop down here. There's a key there. Oh. That wasn't a dive, Lara. That's what I was trying to go for. Jump back in there at some point. Kind of funnily enough, Tomb Raider games go kind of hand in hand with the Final Fantasy games for me. Because I was sort of playing both at the same time. I think, I'm trying to think of when specifically. The first Tomb Raider game, I don't think the first Tomb Raider game I played, but the first Tomb Raider game that I bought and had in my possession was 4. And I feel like around that time I probably would have been playing either Final Fantasy 9 or 7. Stern key. So sometimes when I'm playing either one of those games, there's something that kind of triggers a memory of the opposite. You know, if I'm playing Tomb Raider, sometimes something will trigger a memory of Final Fantasy. Sometimes I'm playing one of those Final Fantasies, something from Tomb Raider will get triggered. I think the only one that I really truly worked on after Last Revelation was Chronicles, though, which a lot of people got problems with that game, but I don't know, I thought it was fun at the time. Oh, shit. Let's see if this guy drops down. Whoa! They got range, considering it's a flamethrower, which, you know, in actuality makes sense, but usually flamethrower enemies have about as much range as a shotgunner. Holy shit, I actually got him with the grenade launcher. I actually meant to get the AR out, M16. Didn't drop anything, did he? Whoa. Shit. There's a switch up there, but I think the only way to get up there is the ladder. Which there's that little drop platform blocking it. I think the switch to get the platform down is somewhere else, though, so we gotta look elsewhere. Bunch of boxes over here. movement pattern of these boxes. Okay. As long as I can move that one to this spot, then I think we should be good. Holy shit. Son of a bitch, another flamethrower up there. I saw those flames. If I was a little bit further back, or maybe a little bit higher, he probably would have been able to get me. Give me some flares for my trouble. Let's see if my key works. See, the tricky thing about this level, I feel like a lot of people end up getting stuck on it. I've seen some complaints, but the way the level's laid out, your first initial thought is not to do what I did, which is jumping off of the deck, but to keep going, you know, further down the deck, and just kind of dropping from platform to platform, and then you probably end up coming to that part and not, oh, that sucks. The flare light doesn't work in photo mode. Oh, there it is. But you end up probably going to that crate part that we just saw, and not knowing where the key is. And at that point, you'd have to find your way back up to the upper deck portion, jump off those platforms, or maybe you could find the underwater section. I guess if you find the little what we came out of to get back onto the deck, the little underwater tunnel, you probably could end up finding the key that way, but you know, that's after wasting a decent amount of time. Goddamn. Do not take kindly to that, sir. Anyway, the platform that we were looking at down here is the thing that got dropped, so we should be able to have access to it now. Hit another switch and see what that does, and I guess that'll be where we go next. Still hear these guys shuffling around up there. I don't know where that was. I was hoping it'd show me the camera angle again so I could like get it ingrained, but guess not. Oh, you know what? That might be in the underwater section that we were just in. Let's see, because there was a box down there. Okay. Yeah, that was it. Don't know what one section has to do with the other, but why that switch drained this area. Doesn't need to make sense, though, I guess. Oh, this section. Okay. Let's see if we can scope out any sharks. Draw distance a lot less significant in the original version. There is... Oh. It's one of those instances where the key is really, really small. There's a key on there, so we need to find a way to drop down onto this raft, which you can kind of see the hole up here. I don't remember there being sharks in here, but I don't see them. There is a statue down there, so we gotta watch out for that. Head him over that way. Might be one of those cases where they spawn once you get into the water. Oh, alright, no sharks, but I see divers. Whoa. Think we got him. The rifle is not the greatest weapon. You'd think it'd be nice, but I guess it's really unwieldy or something, because Lara, when she uses it, she can't use it and run at the same time, so you have to be stationary when you fire. And even sometimes the enemy moving a bit too frantically or something that causes her to kind of like lose her aim or something, I guess, because then she'll like stop firing. So it gets kind of shitty. So it's best used at like long range, not really good for a close range situation. You'll find that it has like much better range than the pistols though. Maybe like twice as much, because there's a limit to how far her lock-on will go with just kind of like your standard grade weapons. But with like the M16, she can like go out quite a bit. There we go. Oh, shit. Did not mean to drop down like that, obviously. Guess he's not coming back.
Uh-huh.
I remember making that mistake before. I think that way, with that like upper exit, is the way out. Like out from this area, but we need to get the... Yeah, here it is. We need to get to the drop down. And then we need to like come back here again, so... Sort of weird, but that's how it goes. They give you a health kit here. I remember somebody complaining, because you got to drop down, and you got to drop down a ways. I think you need to have full health. So the reason why they give you a large health kit there is for you to use it, just in case you don't have anything to actually use. You also want to be careful. Actually, I haven't saved in quite a bit, have we? Oops. I haven't saved since the living quarters, good lord. Imagine if I died right here. You want to be careful. There was a jump. There was not a jump, but a drop like this in Unfinished Business, I noticed too, where you have to like be at the lowest possible angle, which might be here. Just enough.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you got full health when doing that drop. But yeah, I remember somebody complaining like, I can't make this drop, but I need to get down there, and I can't find another way to get back up, so how do I do it? Well, you gotta drop down. You gotta use a health kit, make sure you have full health, and you gotta drop down. You're gonna lose most of it, but that's the point. Here's where the sharks are. I thought they'd come out eventually. Oh damn, she even tagged that eel. Whatever that was. Nice. Nothing else up here, right? dive right into that shark. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else we can, like, hop up to or anything, so... we should be good to go. Considering that there was a statue right there, I doubt that there's going to be another one anywhere else in this area. I think I remember... I know where at least one of them is. One of the other statues. There's like a weird little jump off of kind of the deck portion to the side, and there's like a little cavern or something that you get into. Once we get up to that spot, I might cam around to see if I can find it. The third one I'm a little spotty on. I don't remember specifically where it might be, but I don't know. I've been finding that up to this point, I've been pretty much able to find all of them. So we'll just hope that the trend continues and I notice them as we come across wherever they're supposed to be at. But, yeah, playing through this game first time around, I got absolutely zero clue where any of these goddamn statues were. And I tried to do the whole, oh, you know, I'm not going to use a guide. I'll be as thorough as possible. And even doing that, did not end up working out. Well, we got a little bit more ammo for the Uzis now. I think there's a way, yeah, look at all that. There's a way to get on top of this. But I think that requires, like, getting into these doors and stuff, which... a lot of them probably are based on, like, switches and whatever. Switches we've yet to find. Anything for me? Surprisingly, the wrench holder. Oh, Lara. That was the one that had the drop. Look at that bench. It's awfully fancy looking. Oh, hey, it's not that bad in the original either. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not like a full 3D model or anything, but it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look like the weird chairs we saw in the theater. Made for giants, the theater that's lined with beds. Alright, you gotta be careful around these parts, because I think once you drop off, you can't get back up. Oh, no, I remember another one. Actually, it's a little easier to see in the original. I don't remember that being the case, but you see that door there. It's actually a trap door. Still here, just lurking. Got access to Rebirth. Ah, I got you. Cool. Well, enjoy it. I will be a bit behind you, but I will be playing that tomorrow evening. Hopefully. I guess it kind of depends on the whole dentist situation. If they end up really wrecking my shit, then it's probably not going to be a good stream day, but I will see what I can do. I hear somebody. Oh, there he is. There. Oh, that's that's the eel. Must be on the deck below, because I hear footsteps. There he is. Shit, freaked me out. I thought he was a... He's got something on his back. I thought he was a flamethrower guy, which he could definitely get me from there if he wanted to. If he was a flamethrower guy. Oh. Probably didn't need to move that at all, did I? Okay, this deck pull here. So that is one of those secret doors that opens up when you approach it. I think I remember being confused by that, though. But... Shit. Okay. Anyway, that's our second one, and I still think that there's one, like down here somewhere. There's a little cave. There it is. Boy, you could see it like bright and everything. Oh look, that other flamethrower is still up there. I was kind of thinking that was the one that was trying to shoot at me when I was moving those boxes around, but I guess there's just been multiples of them. I don't know where else we need to go to. This is the pool. This is where I'm at right now. Looks like there's a couple movable boxes, but... Oh, you know what? Okay. If I jump there, I think I need to get to this, because there's a... I saw it passing it up. Yeah, there's like a drop platform over here. So we need to get to this, but we can't get to that unless we go up from the top. Which I think gets us back over here. Instead of me scrolling all the way back. But... The only tricky bit is going after the statue. Because I don't know if I could... Well, I could maybe like do a running jump back. I think we got to come back up here anyway, because it's at the very top of the deck where there's like doors and stuff that we need to have access to. So I think what I'll probably end up doing is grabbing the statue after we get back up here, because we have to run through this spot like twice. Notice there's movable boxes flanking either side of this, but I don't know. I guess if you pushed it out far enough, you could probably get back up. Maybe that's the purpose of it. Oh, I can't get to the other side. Well, that's alright. The other side is more than likely blocked too, so... Shit. Oh, no! That's not good. I don't know if I can... I can't recover from this. I think I might have to reload. Shit. That put us back far. Character's barefoot, you bet. Look at him. She was in a, she changed into a wetsuit in the previous level section. Imagine the fungus and splitter she gets. I'd rather not, but, you know, I guess that's a decent enough thought to put into people's minds. I do kind of worry about it, though, because, I mean, you shouldn't, because it's a video game character and everything, but when you think about it, it's just like, you know, she's running over all this rotten wood and everything. I can't imagine it'd be all that comfortable. God damn, the more I think about it, the more we really got set back. I have not been saving that frequently with this level. I guess I probably should. But, oh. How did I get up there last time? There you go. Yeah, we gotta do a number of things again. But I was still trying to figure out how to navigate through some of this, so at least I don't have to do that again. Hope she's up to date on her tetanus shot. Probably, she's rich. She can afford all the shots she needs. And she probably has doctors that do house calls. Oh. There was another guy, I think it was a shotgunner that was here last time. Where'd he go? Oh, sounds like he's coming. There he is. Two guys trying to come at me from down here previously. They don't seem to be spawning in as much, maybe because I wasn't making the exact movements I was last time. I tell you, those flamethrower guys are the worst. If you get lit up by them, you literally have no choice unless you're nearby water, but to die. And I think when I jumped down from that last spot, I don't think there was any water I could probably access. Maybe if I kept going for a while, I probably could have hit up one of those pools that was at the very bottom, but I have to like continually keep using health kits and stuff. I'd rather not use all of them. Anyway, we're getting back to where I was before. Suck it. Shit. Overconfidence. Okay, once again, I don't think I'm gonna risk the statue. This first time playing around, this took me a while to figure out. Having to drop off the side of this thing. I guess when you're taking a look at it, you probably can piece it together pretty quickly, but I don't know. Given how long these levels are, probably was just a case of it just being too far out and me not remembering that it actually existed. Now we gotta go through this little cavern area, which I think takes us pretty much to the top of the ship. I hopped right on top of that. The high ground did not give him any advantage, though. We've discussed it many times. Oh, here we go. So this is what gets us on top of, like, the roof section. We saw that there was, like, some drop-down points from the back. Although when I was looking at this, I guess I had it in reverse. I thought you had to get on the roof and then get into this cave. But it's the other way around. Don't know specifically where I need to go, though. Oh, okay. Guess we're going down here. Ow. Gotta watch those low ceilings. That door opens up automatically. I was wondering if I needed to push that out, but I don't see how that could be done without pushing it all the way to the back and then forward. Which even then, I don't think... Okay. Well, let's see what the switch does, and then I could determine whether or not I need to do that. I guess not. Ooh, 2 rounds. Oh, good. Hopefully that's the cabin key. I'm like, wait a sec, do I even have a key? I guess we got one on the raft. Hopefully that key unlocks this door. Looks like it does. Thank God. Oh. I remember this being confusing at the time. Gotta watch those collapsible floors, though, because they give you enough space to run across one for each line, but if you're running over both of them, you're going to end up screwing yourself out, because I think there's glass under there. I don't know if you can make the long jump when you're on the switch platform, but if you can't, then you're dead, so kind of sucks. What are we getting up to? Looks like there's a bit of an exit back that way. Oh. There it is. Ah. What the hell? Oh. What's going on here? I was like, I could see through the map, which I guess I can, but it's supposed to be hidden. That's weird. I didn't even think about stuff like that. Look at the size of that key. Jesus Christ. If all the keys were this big, people would have no trouble spotting them, but I guess they didn't feel like it was necessary for Tomb Raider 1 at least. Actually, some of the keys in this game are still pretty small too. Alright, what is that a key to? Storage key. Oh, okay, there's a storage room that we need to get to, and I think it's at the end of the level, so we are almost done. But I do need to go back and get the dragon statue. So bear with me a sec while I do that. It's on the way, though. Once again, getting up on this platform. Whoa! Okay, that was unexpected. How does that even work? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I kind of get how it happened. I guess you can't jump directly for the climb up spot where the glass is, but, you know, she shouldn't get impaled on him. I figured she'd just grab onto the edge, but nope. We didn't even go that far. Alright, that's alright. I mean, it isn't really, but... At least the save wasn't that far back. Guess just in case this is glitched to save us, you know, an additional 3 minutes, I'll go ahead and make a save here. Alright, made it that time. So she can still climb up on spikes and glasses and stuff like that, but, I don't know, I guess dropping anywhere near it, even if she's not, like, dropping directly on top of something, that's still a little tricky. How did he jump up there so fast? He didn't even climb up there. He like corner glitched. I wasn't aware the enemies could take advantage of glitches. Getting down here might be a little weird. I think I could jump onto this though. It'll slide me off, which is what I want, but can't do that if you're thinking you could get on top of the thing. Actually didn't look down here. Big old propeller. Oh. Opposite end of the entrance to the raft room. But I don't think you could squeeze by that propeller, otherwise that would defeat the purpose of doing all that shit to get to it. Okay, this should be the storage section. And I think that should be the end of it. Ain't nothing in here except for the Seraph. And immediately ends it. There you go. 30 out of 35 pickups. I didn't get all of it, but at least I got all the secrets, so that's nice. 26 minutes, that's not bad. I mean, you know, it took us longer with reloads and stuff, but as far as like the recorded time taken, that's not terrible. God, I remember back in the day, this level would take me like an hour to complete. Hey, but we did it. And we're exiting Maria Doria. Get one of the biggest ass shots of Lara in a second here. She gets up on top of that plane. Yeah, look, here it is. There you go. It's either when she's crawling out of the thing or she like hops on top of it or from like above. So she gets in that kind of like squatting stance. Low camera angles as she's walking through the thing too. Also, look how happy she is about that jacket. One of her best outfits coming up. Which I guess we might see in the cutscene. There we go. She's got her bomber jacket on. Oops. All plane crashes. I've never seen a plane with an exit hatch. It's like right above the pilot seat. Like a big craft like that. You know, obviously if it's a jet or something, they have an escape hatch, but... Alright, we made it to Tibet, so the goal has been achieved. Actually got an achievement for that. That seemed like the most obvious thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Making sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Good visual direction here. Come out of the... Oh, god damn it. Getting harassed by eagles. Come right out of the cave. Your vision's obscured. You can't see the width of the entirety of the game. But they make a very narrow point and show you the snow... I want to call it a snow speeder. The snowmobile. Immediately out there, so that's your goal. Little cave. Health back there, but I think that's when we get up to a point where we can actually get up to the cabin. Yeah. She looks a little flushed. Look at that, they put a little color in her cheeks because it's cold. Oh, the icicles. Or are they stalactites? Not that. I guess they're icicles. They look a little more brown in the remaster. Oh shit. Not what I wanted. At least I didn't die. That worked. I hear a bird. I just don't see it. Whoa. Hold up a sec here. Oh shit, did I miss something? I did not. There's... Oh. Hey, there's a statue. I don't think I can get those bars open though, so that might just serve to show us that there is a statue there. But we need to get that once we get to the cabin area. Oh, there it is. There's actually two of them up there. Oh, one of them. Okay. Well, I definitely hear one, but one of them might be one of the ones I already killed. Not used to the corpses being left over. Bastard. No. Boy. I don't know if the spread is just like really shit on the shotgun here, or if do these guys maybe have like more HP than normal. Alright, let's get this. I remember this level, I remember not liking it, for one, but, like the ultimate goal, for the most part, is to get into the cabin. You know, I don't even know if I knew those were skis in the original. I might have thought it was like a lazy fence put up. But anyway, yeah. We're gonna need to get a key to get into the cabin, even though, I mean, that is glass. Without going through all the level just to get the key, I think she might be able to, oh god, just shoot the window out and climb in. First, or, well, no. I guess it isn't because we have the boat in Venice, but, still, a major vehicle. Everyone remembers in this game. Not my favorite. They had to do, like, you do platforming with the vehicle, which I think is kind of shitty, but... Gotta be careful too, because sometimes you just drop off a, like, you know, a pretty meaningless jump and the thing ends up exploding. Speaking of, before we do anything, like, too risky. Whoa, 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 okay. Oh, the ice blocks. Oh, I see it, okay. So I actually need to walk up. Shit. Should have jumped on the blocks to begin with. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for the snow leopards. You like the music? It's almost, I don't know, it actually reminds me a little bit of the Jeep Thrills from Last Revelation. It's got this kind of like Eurobeat quality to it. Okay. Now this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, we gotta do some platforming on a vehicle. Nope. It'll just be easier for me to restart or reload. Nope. Oh my god. It gets a little finicky. I don't know. Maybe it's my reacting. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad. I didn't even make that jump. If I wasn't pushing any of the directional buttons after I make the jump or something, but I don't know. Problem is sometimes you're like when you turn, it moves you a little bit forward too. So, am I gonna die from that? Let me see. No, but it did take a little damage. Yeah, this vehicle's not meant for this type of shit. Fortunately, I think this is like the only major instance. There's a couple more jumps that you gotta make, but I don't think there's anything nearly as bad as this. Gotta make sure we're getting enough momentum to get up on top of this thing. Hey, we did it. Oh, thank God. Even though we just saved, I don't want to do that again. Let me check something. I remember there being one of these pitfalls that had a dragon statue in it, so just want to make sure that I don't miss it. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's up there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think I might have gone the wrong direction. There's a path that way, but I was gonna say I don't remember any holes in this place. Oh. It's actually right behind me. There's a thing. This looks rough. Vehicles in Tomb Raider are hit or miss. Even this one I don't think is that bad. I just think like the stuff that they want you to do is not that great. But otherwise it controls okay. But yeah, some of these like tight little platforms and sections here can be a little rough. drop anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh, this guy did.
Uh-huh.
As far as like the worst vehicle in any Tomb Raider, though, the worst one has gotta be the kayak in Tomb Raider 3. It barely functions. Like, I don't even see how you're expected to get through most of the stuff that they want you to get through. I think there's even an achievement for getting all the save crystals, and doing that requires that you work the kayak in a fashion where you can get all of the crystals that are spread around like the whole water area, and I have no clue how you're supposed to do that. I tried too. Whoa, oh shit. Okay, we're dead. Oops. Try not to go too crazy on this thing.
Uh-huh.
But as far as the vehicles that you have in Tomb Raider, God, I don't think there was any in 1. I think 2 was the first time you started using them, which you have the boat, which functions pretty well. You have the snowmobile, which, you know, it does all right, but they want you to do like all this platforming shit with it, which kind of sucks. I think that's it for 2. For 3 is when they really started to push it, because you have the ATV and the kayak, but then there's also like a little boat. I guess it kind of functions like the speedboat in the Venice areas here, so that one's not too bad. I forget if there was something else in 3. That might have been it. And then in 4, I don't think there's too many. There's the motorbike, which is kind of a similar situation with the snowmobiles. It wasn't bad how you had to control, or like the controls for it, but it's more like the level designed for the damn thing was a little rough getting around. Well, they both dropped something this time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and 3 there was the this little submersible thing, which actually kind of sucked. That wasn't that great either. So I think 3 has the worst vehicles out of all of them. I don't remember too many in Tomb Raider Chronicles. I think similar to Tomb Raider 3, there was like a bit of a submersible thing, but it wasn't anything used to the extent that you had to use it in Tomb Raider 3. Oh shit. Wasn't even really expecting there to be a statue or anything. I just remember there being like when we made the jump and then fell, I saw there was the platform or the climbable spot. So I'm like, oh shit. Oh, those are coming from here. So I figured I might want to take a look and see if there's anything, but there's the statue. Definitely need that. Take a look at these guys, see if they dropped anything. Doesn't look like it. There's grenades. There's a door over that way, but I don't see any switches unless it's one of those that opens up on its own, which I don't remember being the case. I kind of want those grenades, just because I think it'd be good to have them in the long run. There are a few enemies later on where I think we're probably going to end up using almost all of them. Again, there's a couple bosses in this game, and one is kind of easy, and the other is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Good. Take out all wildlife.
Uh-huh.
But there's some more standard enemies when they become a little bit more common later on. There's like these Yeti type things that aren't great. And I think they die pretty easily to the grenade launcher, so let's save it for them. And then at like the final levels, they're like these, I want to call them terracotta warriors, because I don't think they're like made of stone, but they're like, I think they were jade or something. So those in particular, I think I want to save like the grenades for. Checking out all the secrets. This looks like another thing that leads to another wooden gate. Oh, there's a key down here. I'll make a save. Okay. Surprised I made that. That was almost a bit too much of a jump.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What are you doing, man? Whoa. Let's make sure there's no more of those. There's a switch behind it. Okay, here we go. I was gonna say I can't get to it, but there's a switch there. Oh, that opened. Okay, this goes back to the little valley area. Even if I would have climbed up there, I wouldn't been able to get through. But we could just take this back up to the bridge. I think I should be able to get to the snowmobile by making a long jump across the gap where those big snowballs were, though. Almost fell off. That's all right. Just enough. There's a switch for this door, which looks like it's the door that goes across the little chasm back there, but I didn't see anything in this tunnel. So I don't really get it. Unless they they might expect you to do a long jump to get to that, but why do that when you could just jump to the side or like jump on the ramp and fall? I don't know. That might have been like a long way around to like get to the key down there. Oh, this spot. There's a key down there. What do we get a key to? Drawbridge key. Okay. So there's something in here. There it is. So the key that we got should affect this, which is, gets up to the top. Because we gotta bring something down to break that ice. Big boom. Oh. Hold up. This is not the one. So we got two statues now, yeah. So there's still one left. I'm pretty sure it's in a chasm somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh shit. Someone else in a snowmobile. Actually, I think we could kill him and take it from him, but there's a trade-off because the red snowmobile we're on has the boost, and the ones that they have a machine gun on them, which says, you know, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, I like guns. Guns will be cool. Okay, so we did get the hut key, so we just need to backtrack to, you know, the cabin. But when you miss out on the boost, you can't make some of these jumps, so that's where it becomes a problem. Nothing to worry about. Except that, maybe. Alright, we gotta touch down a little easier. I guess I can't make a long jump. Okay, that works. Not the most graceful looking thing, but, you know. God damn it. This thing could take a bit of a beating, but certain jumps. I'll just make this jump. How about that? I've seen that I've been able to get off of this thing without dying. Oh, can I not get back up this? That's weird. Shit. I'm just doing damage to myself. I don't think there's a way I could bring the snowmobile back up. I think we still need it after the fact. Maybe somebody else will ride in on one. Okay, finally did it. Couldn't just break a window, we had to go all that way to find a key. Trapped in ice. I think some goons come after us after I hit the switch, so best be prepared. Oh, I hear him. Good Lord, there's 3 of them on this tight space. Actually, forget this. Gonna see if I had any other explosive items, but I guess we'll use the grenade launcher. I don't think I take damage myself from the grenade launchers, so I should be fine when they come in here. Jesus! Boy, they didn't even die to that. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was wondering before if they maybe had like a bigger health pool than some of the enemies. I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, look. Guess I forgot to pick that up before. I'll go ahead and use it now, I guess. Wait a sec, I think we need a, yeah, there's other sections, I'm pretty sure, where we need a snowmobile. Maybe I could take this one. Thank God. It's got a lot of health, too. Whoa. Okay, the only problem is that, once again, this is one of those, it's got guns, which is cool, but it does not have a boost, but that might not matter. Oh, look, this is it. Yep, there it is. Shit. That was shitty. The secret pickup jingle just cut out all the music. I was looking forward to see where that tune was going. I don't think we've heard that track yet. I guess the snowmobile guns must be pretty damn hefty. Because even with the M16, I was firing for like a good 10 seconds before the guy dropped. Now, I think I remember this area. There's a lot to do here. Like, there's all these jumps and stuff. But I don't think there's anything we can actually get here. I don't think there's like any drops or pickups. It's just kind of a playground if you're messing around with these guys, but you just like drive right in front of them and start shooting at them and they're dead if you're on the gunmobile. Oh. Sometimes you can't tell when there's a movable block embedded in the wall. Do you have to push it in or do you have to pull it out? We've gotten all the secrets and everything. I don't think there's anything I need to be on the lookout for. Just looking for any extra pickups that I might need to get. Some weapon ammunition or something like that. There's a lot of platforms here, but I'm not seeing anything pick-upable. It's a bit of a drop. I think even with a long jump, I can't make it into that pool there, though. So, I don't know. I don't think I can make it. I just saved, so we could give it a try, I guess. Oh, just one block short. If I get a little bit further, I'd be able to make it. Maybe up here? If I could even get up here? Oh, I can. Yeah, I was able to do 2 somersaults. And like just enough space, too. Hey, there it is. It's almost like a jump scare when the level ends. No transition at all, just right in your face. 31 out of 31 pickups and all 3 treasures. Took us about half an hour in pure clock time to get that done, so a little bit longer than the deck portion, but not bad. Are we at, oh, we are at the monastery. Okay, so the thing about the monastery is, I did not know this until much, much later. I think somebody made a comment on one of my VODs. I think it was that. If it wasn't that, then it was somewhere in Twitch chat here. But the monks of the monastery are completely neutral towards you and will not attack you as long as you don't attack them. And I think where I probably would have realized that had I stepped into the monastery first, but I think where I kept messing that up, was the fact that you get into this section and almost immediately there's like a scuffle between the Bartoli's guys and the monks. So unfortunately, if you just start like firing at the mass of shit going on in here, you're probably going to hit a monk by accident. That, and I think Lara just automatically points her guns at him. So, that probably has something to do with it. But if I just leave them be, because I've seen people posting like vids and screenshots and stuff, the monks seem to be able to take out the thugs pretty easily. But if I just let them do their thing, they won't even touch me. That way we don't have to fight two sets of enemies. Don't think they're gonna care if I kill a crow, though. Did they get him? There's one monk left standing. Damn, all these other guys are dead, and some of them have items. Not all the monks made it. I'm firing at these birds. I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally hit one of the monks. I don't know where this one is either. I see there's that like grip point down there, but I don't want to jump onto that. I didn't get it? Jeez. They might be glitched like the spiders. Such a heavy thud. Alright. Hopefully they won't mind if I break in here. It's a single shot. I ain't gonna break both windows. Take a look at what's going on here. It's one of the areas I've been interested in most. Seeing what the remastered version looks like. And there, see? Old monk, he ain't doing nothing. We're all cool here. We're all pals, all friends. That's not a friend. Let's see if the monk goes and takes care of him. Go, friend! Oh, we got another one. Keep me from taking damage and expending ammunition if I was using another weapon. Oh shit! That's not good.
Uh-huh.
Alright, unfortunately they took out the two monks that were up here, but hopefully that doesn't count against me or anything.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it would. Door over there, but it needs a key. These main doors need a key too. There's a door there and it needs a key. Gotta say, there's something that looks a little bit more rustic about the original version. Paint on the wood seems a little bit more faded. Something about it. I don't know, it makes it seem a little more authentic, I guess. Alright, here we go. Giant Buddha statue. This guy ain't running towards me, so I'm gonna assume we're still alright. So I don't think that they have a problem with me picking items up. Still looks a little boxy on the body, but, whoa. Face is a lot angrier. Look how calm and serene he is there, and then he looks somewhat irritated in the original. What was the key that we picked up? Main hall key, okay. So that's actually the big double doors down at the bottom, I think is what that opens up. But there is still something here. Whoa. Okay, not that way then. Or at least not yet. Should probably save. Oh. More excuse for a skylight. Oh shit, whoa! Big drop down that way. I don't know. I'll go check out what's up here, I guess. Oh, the eyes. Kind of weird that they're like lidded in the remaster. They don't quite look as extremely lidded in the original. Whoa. I think some sound effects are missing. What's going on? Sound effects, visual effects. Some stuff in the original version that didn't quite make the cut in the remaster mode. Oh, you know what? We haven't talked about it yet, but there's a bit of an issue. Oh god. God, this reminds me of Tomb Raider 3. Oh shit, this might be too late for me. I might not be able to escape this. In fact, I don't think I can. Unless I can get to the surface. Oh, okay. I got to the surface and I got dragged right back down. God, there's so many sections like this in Tomb Raider 3 where you just like get pulled around by water currents and shit. Oh, look, we're safe. Never mind. There's a whole tunnel over there if I can make it. Forget it. I think I need to get in there, but that water is a bit of an issue. There you go. Okay. Anyway, I was going to talk about the fact that this game apparently has a patch out that is only available on the Epic Games Store. It's been discussed somewhat extensively. Some, like, game journal sites and stuff have been getting into it, too. Oops. Yeah, there's water down there. But there's a patch available for this game. It's only available on the Epic Games Store, and some people think that the version of this game released on every other platform that's not EGS is the reviewer build. So this is actually an earlier version of the game, and Epic got like a 1.0, like real final build. But there's been a lot of talk about a patch coming out because this game has a number of problems that need to be addressed. Some of which don't allow you access to portions of the game. And I think like some of the main ones, instances in that particular regard, is like some of the extra bits, so you should still be able to beat the main game, but in line with that, there's like the 300 trophies and everything, achievements, whatever, and you're not able to actually do that. Whoa. You're not able to actually get all the trophies because some of them are bugged out. So there's some problems that need to be worked out, unfortunately, with this game. Apparently a lot of those seem to be rectified in the Epic version. But there's been a lot of talk about a patch coming soon for all platforms. End of the month is what was discussed. Okay, I guess I just can't hop over that. What the hell? Okay, there you go. Shit. Boy, as hard as it was to jump over these things to get up here. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to put us back into the swimming section. Son of a bitch. I should have saved. I didn't know that the like, flames were going to spout out, though. But anyway, a little bit irked because apparently this patch, or the 1.0 version, whatever the case may be, not only is it like worked out some of the bugs and kinks and stuff, but there's also been some improvement to the actual like visuals of the level as well. So it sucks that we've already made it through, you know, a game and a half at this point, or maybe even a little bit more than that. And what I've been playing is not representative of what the final product should be. So, I mean, I ain't going back. A lot of people have shown off some screenshots and stuff from the Epic version, and most of the stuff I've seen is from Tomb Raider 1, which is a shame, because, you know, I already beat that. But maybe at the very least what I'll do is, since I have so many save files for different levels, is we could take a peek at some of the key points, because I mean, already I feel like I've gotten a decent idea of where some of the changes are located, so maybe by the time the patch comes out, which hopefully soon, could be tomorrow, who knows, after I've beaten all 3 of these games, we can take a look at some of that. I don't want to start firing yet, just in case the monk gets into the crosshairs. Those monks just run around in a circle, though. They ain't exactly good at taking these guys out if they're... Whoa, 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 whoa! Anyway, if they're on their own... Jesus. Boy, that guy does a lot of damage. I should have used the large one. Alright, did it. But at what cost? What's up, Walrus? Welcome back. Whole patch fiasco has been bizarre. Fun to read the rumors, though. It is fun to read the rumors. Reminds me of games back in the day when you had like different versions on different consoles and stuff, and you didn't have everybody recording everything. I have it all documented, so everybody's just spreading rumors about what's been patched, what changes have been made. Hopefully we'll get to see it soon on all platforms, but I don't know. I don't know why Epic Game Store got their version patched first. Seems to be a lot of hubbub going about that. One of the devs, I keep seeing a screenshot released. I don't know what the hell it's from, Twitter or Discord or something. And he was like, "Oh, I can't talk about that because, like, Asper or somebody will fire me." Oh, okay. Why are they so secretive about it? Figured they'd want to be, fully open. But whatever. As you holding off on your Steam version for a little bit. A little salty. I don't blame you. I've already been streaming this, although I had to take a break on account of my mic breaking. So I figured I might as well just keep playing it. But, I'm playing on my own time Tomb Raider 3, and we just finished up Tomb Raider 1. I was just saying it's a damn shame that we didn't get it patched earlier. I don't know, a lot of people have been saying recently, like just today, from the sounds of it, that patch will be out tomorrow, but I've seen no conclusive evidence of that being the case. But I guess we'll find out. Sooner than later, but the whole fact that Epic got their apparent patch on the 16th, 2 days after the game came out, I don't see why they wouldn't have released like a hotfix or something sooner. I do find it kind of funny, though, that Epic, got this patch 2 days after the game released and nobody knew about it until a few days ago. Shows you how many people are actually buying games on there. Yeah, look at that. Boy, it looks a little off on the remaster. What's with that face? Oh. Man, this place is a lot darker than the original. There's that trapdoor. Oh, shit. Run, friends. I don't want to contest with these people. Oh, the prayer wheel room. Okay, so this actually leads to the exit. And we've gotten one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Geez, 5. We gotta find 5. 5 additional prayer wheels if we want to get this thing open, so. Or 4, I guess, additional, because I've got the 1. There's a secret back here. Oh, it's a statue. Alright. Nice. Shit. Did all the monks die? I think they may have. No. Oh, shit. There was the last save. Oh, this room. Oh, son of a bitch. Let me get this ready. I was like, did he die already? Jeez. Yeah, the whole patch situation is weird. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of shady, and the fact that, most everybody except the Epic users got, like, a lesser version of the game is kind of weird. And also the fact that they won't seemingly talk about it. So, I don't know. It's a little shitty, but whatever. Guess the monk didn't survive. I don't know, something about the camera shift on that looked a little weird. Man, how did he even get up there? If Asper didn't have a habit of cutting corners, you'd blame Sweeney. I probably would too. I mean, yeah, that's probably it. Somebody made a mistake and released a version earlier than it needed to be released or something like that. I don't know. There might have been a patch that's still a work in progress that actually accidentally got put out. But, who can say? Honestly, I don't think I've even heard of much of what Asper's done. I think they were working on the Knights of the Old Republic remake, but it's either that or Saber, but like one owns the other and I'm not sure. I think Saber owns Asper and they're all owned by Embracer. Or do they work with, or are they under Crystal Dynamics? I'm not sure. There's a lot of companies owning other companies and I'm not sure which end leads to what. But I can't say that I'm too familiar with what other projects they've done. The guy was facing the other direction last time. Remember Asper did a Knights of the Old Republic mobile port and left it unpatched with some serious issues. Yeah, that sucks. I hear that a lot about a lot of those, like, ports to iOS or Android or something like that. And usually, you know, they port older games onto, I want to call them lesser platforms, but, you know, more portable, more mobile platforms, and they tend not to be as good or very buggy or major control issues. So, I mean, that seems to be the case with a lot of them, but if they're kind of in the habit of doing that, that would suck. So far, this remaster hasn't been too bad. I haven't seen, like, you know, any, you know, outside of the bugs that we talked about, like glaring issues. It's not completely broken, but I don't know. I'll make a save here just so I don't accidentally shoot a monk or something. Boy, they just killed every monk that came through here. Guess there was only 3. Alright, we gotta go through these rooms, see what's cooking in here, because 5 prayer wheels. Okay, I guess you can't jump on the tables then. Whoa! Alright. Just casually walk out there. What's this? Interesting. Like a little gated area or something. We need to get past this, but we can't get past this from here. I think we need to drop from the ceiling, so... It's like nothing I could do in here, I guess. Another one of those instances where they show you something and it's like, oh, see this? You need to get here, but they don't actually let you get there from the point that you're looking at it from. Just curious about the landscape. The lighting actually looks a little bit better in the remaster, which doesn't always happen. Alright. If this takes us up to the statue, I think we need to get a key before we can do anything up here. Jump on the hands. Get past the head. Yeah, there's this little thing. That isn't a switch, I don't think. I don't know. Doesn't look like a traditional key, but I'm pretty sure something goes in there. So, I don't think there's any sense in jumping up there just yet. Okay then. Huh. I can move that box up top, but I'm not going to be able to do it unless I rearrange these guys. But... Huh. That's weird. Only these two are movable, though. Wouldn't be able to push it back here. Nope. I could drag it out, but if I drag it out, I wouldn't be able to get back in. Unless there's another door. There is, but it's barred. Can I get back behind the drums? Is that possible? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, now it makes sense. Excuse me, bud. I'll be moving things around. Hope you don't mind. Oh, okay, there he goes. It's phased right through that box. I guess while Lara's moving it, they don't have any sort of collision detection. Alright. What do we got? Ammo down here. That's good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, just another set of ammo.
Uh-huh.
Boy, all that work, I figured it might have been, you know, something that wasn't harpoons. Oh wait, I might not. I don't think I want to do that. It basically makes it impossible for me to get out. Here. I don't know where that monk ended up, but hopefully he could get out. I mean, not just concerned for him as an NPC, but, you know, I also need that backup should some of the gunmen start coming through here again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I thought it looked suspicious. It's a pretty steep fall. I don't know if it would kill her, but no glass or anything down there. Set of doors. Oh, the window. Okay, I remember this. I think we need to go out this way. Once we exit out here, though, somebody comes up behind us and starts shooting at us. There we go. Yeah, they're all worked up. I think they'll go after Bartoli's men. Yeah, that makes some some interesting hooting and hollering going on with them. I think this leads to one of the more interesting spots in this level. Looks like we gotta work quite a ways to actually get up it, though. Just hope they don't end up tricking me and one of these platforms isn't there when I do a backflip. Oh. Okay, never mind then. This wasn't actually the place I thought I was going to be. But there is a prayer wheel. Wrong way. Ooh. Took a little bit of damage on the way down, but nothing too bad. Guess I'll pull out a weapon in case the monks didn't dispense with these guys. I see bodies. Oh, wow. They actually won a battle. Poor monks have just been getting slaughtered ever since we got here. Well, now the very first battle, like right when you enter the level, there was one left standing, one monk, but, oops, sorry. There's actually two back here. But, yeah, every little, scuffle that's gone on since then, the Bartoli's men have come out on top. They got a shitload of health, though, so I'm not surprised. I'm guessing the monks probably are more standard, and Bartoli's men have got, like, the double HP pool. Ah, the pool room. I think the water here needs to get drained. There's a couple rooms that Looks like we could get into, but I don't think until after the water gets drained. Oh, look at that. Actually, might need to swim in that one. There's monks back there, so I'm gonna hope that they get them. Just check and see if there's anything back here that I should be on the lookout for. It's a pretty tight space, though. Oof. That looks a little deeper. Oh, hey. Another statue. Is that, that's number 3, yeah? Surprisingly, we got the gold one first. Probably should have backed up on that one, or not backed up, but gone a little further in and turned around. Checking my corners, making sure there's nothing gonna rape me as soon as I get in here. Ah, back in the pool room. Okay. Let's hope they took care of those gunmen. Oh boy. Couple dead monks. Couple of Bartoli's men dead. I guess it was an even battle. Is that it? That's it back here. What was the key that we picked up? That is... Oh, we got 2. That's right. So we got the trapdoor key and the strong room key. I'm guessing the strong room key might be one of the rooms that are kind of at the entrance that we took to get in here. This one's further back, so I guess I'll try it first. Besides, there's like no traps. One of those spinning wheel things going around. That actually works. Oh. It's like there's a lit up platform where you think something's going to be. I don't think there's anything over there, right? Why is there a light cast on that? I guess there's the skylight in the remaster, but it makes it look like the thing is supposed to be on there. And then you step on the platform in front of it and you don't realize that's where the key is. What is that key? Rooftops key, okay. Oh, the rooftops, it might actually, so that series of ladders we were climbing, I think that's what I thought that was going to lead to the rooftops. Looks like this is it. Golden calves. Guess as long as they're not worshiping them. Gets rid of the fire, but I bet you it's timed. Oof, okay. Whoa. Just pause on that for a sec. Oh, hey, these guys are getting all riled up too, but they can't do anything. So yeah, that section was tall enough to get up to the rooftops, but that's where that leads down to. Damn it, the monks lost again. I think they got the other one though. See what that switch does. Oh, okay, this is the room with the fence. Grab these cufflink looking things. Again, luckily the monks got no qualms with me breaking shit and stealing stuff, but as long as I don't shoot them. Secret doorway. I mean, you know, video game logic and everything. Should just be able to, like, fit down underneath there, but gotta play by the rules of the game. Oh, okay. Gemstone, that's what these things are. Oh, hey, the way that lock looks like the one that was above the Buddha statue, so that's where the second one goes. And what do we get? Another prayer wheel? Yep.
Uh-huh.
How many of these we got so far? 3, so we're missing 1. We've got 2 other things that we can do here, though. There's the Buddha statue, which now uses the gemstone that we just got, more than likely. And then we've got the, what do they call it? The trapdoor. Since we got a key for that, so. 2 additional spots. I think the trapdoor actually gets into a pretty extensive little area, too, so. We gotta take a minute to get through that. Don't go in there. Ah, you know this place. Just gonna walk right into those wheels, though. Pretty sure they probably can't die, but I don't know. Well, this is first, so let's just go ahead and see what this is, because climbing up the Buddha statue is probably gonna take a minute, too. Oh, this spot. I wonder if it glitches. Nope. For whatever reason, I think it happened in my original copy. But last time I streamed this, I'm pretty sure it happened. I don't know why I didn't get a clip of that, but I should. But on the PlayStation version that I streamed, when you look up in this section, there's something weird going on. I forget exactly what it was, but I think, like, the skybox was broken. And it was just, like, infinite eyeball patterns, like these eyes up there, that texture. I think it was just like a bunch of those on repeat. So something funky was going on up there, but they seem to have fixed it with the remastered version. And the original visuals in the remastered version too. I mean, one of the other big problems I was having when I was streaming that PS2 copy was the music could not read. Worth a shit. And the disc wasn't even, I don't think it was even that damaged. It might have been like the PlayStation I was streaming off of or something. I don't know what the issue was, but I think I had that same problem where the music just couldn't be read with 2, 3, and 4. And I think by 5 I just started playing an emulated, PlayStation emulated version. Oh no, I started emulating on 4 actually. I think the reason why I didn't do it was because there were sections of the game that wouldn't even load. I was testing it out and like some of the cutscenes would break the damn thing. But there were still music issues with that one. I saw that render. That bird just like popped in.
Uh-huh.
I think that's nothing but a chasm down there. No secrets. Oh, god damn it. I did just save. I thought for sure it'd be another enemy. They fooled me with that one.
Uh-huh.
Bit of a tricky spot here, because I guess I could just try to avoid him. Hold up. I gotta see what the hell I'm doing first. I need to get up on here, but... ah, shit. Okay, as long as I'm pointing this way, there shouldn't be a problem. Oh, thank God. Alright. It's not angry at me. I think we're cool. That's the last one. Should be, anyway. We got 4, right? I think there were 5 total. Oh, no. We do need one more. Because I didn't put one of the prayer wheels in. I had it in my inventory already at the time, but I counted 5 empty slots. So we do, in fact, need to get one more. Get him, monkey. I'm just gonna be dancing around in a circle. Come on. Got a nice little hit in there. See, he's doing the tactic I do. Is like walk, you know, if you could outpace him, outturn him. Those monks make a lot of weird noises. I can never tell if they're dying or if they're, you know, just making a hit. He softened him up for me, but boy, these monks don't seem to stand a chance. I hear that in New Game Plus mode, you don't really have a say in the matter, so you can't prevent these guys from attacking you. They're just hostile by default, so that kind of sucks, but I guess that's how New Game Plus be. Shit. Okay, that didn't work. Probably should have just dropped. Good try for bringing a sword to a gunfight, basically. Oh god, I took a lot of damage that time around. I don't know, it's not really a naginata, or it's like got blades on either end, so I'm not too sure what it's supposed to be, but I heard a lot of people talking like, oh yeah, those monks take care of the gun guys like awful quick, and they seem to be sucking in my playthrough, so I don't know. Particularly inept this time around. God damn it. Okay. I think we're in the clear. Monk and Bartoli's guy, they could have it out. I'm just gonna run past them. Go get him. Here, I'll take a couple hits for you. Maybe if he chases after... Oh, okay, never mind. He's not gonna do it. Get up there, goddamn. That's still a bit of a drop. I guess I'll save. Alright. I didn't take as much of a hit as I thought I would, but still. Better safe than sorry. Alright, last thing. I just gotta get up the Buddha statue. Presumably, whenever we put that diadem or whatever's in there, that'll hopefully unlock the location where the final prayer wheel is, and then I think we're done with this. It's an interesting level, though. Some people complain about Tomb Raider 2, I feel like in particular, moving away from, you know, the whole tomb raiding and the more Indiana Jones aspect of these games. It's a little more James Bondy, I feel, even though James Bond did inspire Tomb Raider, or Indiana Jones, I should say. But it did inspire Tomb Raider to an extent, I suppose. But this one's more about the, you know, evil organization and race against time aspects, as opposed to strictly fighting the artifact. But I do appreciate... Oh shit. That wasn't what I wanted. At least I didn't die. I do appreciate the sort of different theming of the game. Because, I don't know. They could have done a bunch of like crypts and tombs and gone back to like Egypt and stuff, and it's like, that would have been fine, but I think just the sheer difference between 1 and 2 with their choice of locales does make it obviously distinct from one another, but I do kind of like the locations that they picked out. Again, like the Maria Doria in particular, I think it's one of my favorite set pieces for Tomb Raider in this series as a whole. This one isn't bad either. There are certain aspects of Tibet that I enjoy. I think this probably, of all the Tibet levels, is more than likely my favorite. Nope, can't do that. So the whole monastery thing is pretty cool, but it gets a little confusing at times if you don't know where to go or what to do. But then again, I think that's probably Tomb Raider 2 as a whole. But alright. Oh. It's actually a lucky drop. It's down here. Ah, of course, this area. I actually forgot about it. I was like, yeah, this pool area needs to be drained, but... Okay, I guess it's not operational. Oh. Well, it looks like a movable... I mean, we've seen other, like, turnstile things. But it's not even in the original. It's just, like, fancy decor. Oh, there's a switch. Oh, these guys could just like walk in and out of this thing. I can't do that. Oh. Oops. Well, it needs to be done, but still. Once you block that water, it ain't coming back. I don't know what they're going to need to do to get the water flowing again, but I think I just messed things up for the monks. Actually, it's good to keep note of that, because if you drain the water in here, I don't think you're going to be able to get up to this thing. It's too high of a jump. Not to mention that it's, I don't think she can't crawl in this game, so it's a little bit tight too. So I think you need to get that strictly when the water's flowing. If you block it off, that's it. Oh, there it is. It's not even like a room or anything per se. Just move that box and there's a prayer wheel. Alright, that's all of them. So now we could head out to the exit. Walked through these halls several times, so I'll switch over to original visuals just to kind of remember what things looked like. Does it need to show me the doors every time? I get what the concept is. I guess it's a reminder in case anybody is like grabbing a prayer wheel and then coming back here. Oh, right, it's supposed to open that door. Oh. Creaky and then a big thud. This is a cool room. Oh, that's where the seraph goes. That's weird. When you switch to original graphics, there's obviously a very strong emphasis on the lighting. There's a lot of flickering going on from those two braziers there, but with the remaster, it's just like fully lit up. You can see flickering going on Lara's model, but that's it. Nowhere across the room. Definitely has a better visual effect than the original, I think. Alright, there we go. Trekked all the way through the Maria de Ria just to get that. All it does is it opens up a wooden door. You'd think like there'd be like this major thing and that big disc that it's on maybe shifts to the side like a vault from Fallout. Nah. Just opens up a door. You could probably pry it open with a crowbar if you had one. Ooh, starting off with icicles. Don't think I'll be risking that, thanks. they added flags. Do the fancy handstand while I get a drink of water.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
First secret right off the bat. What is the goal here? There's a door. But it looks closed. There's something else going on down here. There's a switch down there. Alright. Whoa! It's one of them Yeti bastards. I actually flipped over here. You know what? The fact that they put the Yeti here kind of... Oh, shit. Kind of ruins the... I think it's in the same level. There's a room. Oh, you can just beat them with one grenade shot. Wow, they're weaker than the Bartoli's bigger henchmen. But there's a room, I think it's in this level, where there's like a shitload of Yetis. And it's actually sort of terrifying, at least in the original. I don't know if they changed it up with this one, but it's like pitch black. I hear lions, leopards, whatever. It's like pitch black, and then they're doing nothing but like gurgling and roaring and shit. You can't see a damn thing either. But it would have been much more intimidating if they had saved them for, you know, the introduction of those enemy types for that room in particular. But I guess, you know, when you have 6 of them after you, or however many was in there, probably not the best way to toss a new enemy at you. Yeah, we saw that work there. Oh, shit. Ah! Nope. Backflip worked earlier. I didn't know that the snow leopards were going to be up here. Or that the icicles are going to be there. Oh shit, I saved over the monastery. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Oh. How do I get that open? Oh, there's a switch up there. Damn it. Wait. I probably can't make that. Shit. You know, I might be able to make, though. Hold on, this is a little hard to see. I can make it up here. That works.
Uh-huh.
Creepy looking mask. Tibetan mask. Oh, it actually it looks a lot creepier in the original. Also, I just reminded myself that there's a background in the item menu on the original too, which they didn't feel the need to put in the remastered version. Oh, well. Here's hoping the patch has it. Oh, the water's been drained out. Okay. Actually, something else down here. There's like a little door. No, maybe not. I thought there was something there. Is that? I'm assuming that's where I would need to go. Am I missing anything? I feel like I skipped over something. Might not be super important though. There's some spikes. Don't see any items. Oh wait, here we got something here. There is a small health kit. I guess. Swear to God, if I get raped by a Yeti getting in there though, I'm reloading the save.
Uh-huh.
My fears were unwarranted. More spikes. That was quick. I didn't think we'd have a place to put the mask in yet. Oh. Whoa. Actually, they shouldn't be able to get up here, so just use pistols. Four snow leopards, huh? Honestly, I think the purpose of those blocks is just to have you to get a foothold without getting like gangbanged by these guys, but I don't think they have any other purpose. There's another slot for a mask. A ladder leads to some grenades. I'll take them.
Uh-huh.
switches or anything. I think those double doors might be opened remotely. Get up here, though. Shit. All right, cool. Oh my god. Oh shit. Took a step too far. Ugh. Christ, just like in... I mean, we're not even that deep into this level. We probably fought like 24 snow leopards. I don't know, looks like there's a lot going on here. Oh, there's the mask. Get up there, Lara. Come on. Call Pete. I want them eradicated. I don't think Pete going to help me there. Oh, shit. Thought I heard footsteps, but I thought it was above me. Honestly, I don't think I could do anything up here. I think this... Okay, yeah, see that door over there? That's the, like, introductory door that we saw. So, we gotta go back to that, one doorway. Which, actually, that might be the... I think that's the Yeti room. That should be fun. Oh, yeah. Looks dark. Actually, it's a little brighter. It's still pretty dark, but... Yeah, look at this. Oh, there they go. I think they're locked away, so I don't think they can actually get you. But yeah, they put like a light source in here, like in the middle of the room to brighten things up a bit when it's actually like pitch black. So, it's more effective in the original. at you from this point. Better look. Make sure they're not coming from behind. Here comes one. Actually, we could get a good look at him here. Something weird looking about him. They look like, I don't know. I don't know, they look kind of like Eddie from, but, I think they look a little worse, actually, in the remaster, and not in a good way. Still blow up to one grenade, though. I don't know why the rest of them are hesitant. Usually they just come and gun in for you. I should even bother moving this thing yet, but I don't think they're coming after me. Is there anything down here? There's a switch in here. Oh, that opens up that door. Okay, cool. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I know what the block is for.
Uh-huh.
Guess I'll take those grenades. It almost sounds like they're coming up. They're coming up at the most inopportune time, which I guess props to them for that. If they are, in fact, even getting up here. I think they're still, I don't know what they're doing. They're like still stuck down here or something. I don't like them stomping around and shit. Well, I gotta be pushing this block around though, so. So was that, I guess that was it. I thought there was a lot more. I thought there was like a half dozen or something. There's only 3 of them. Alright, not too bad. Check the other side real quick. Oh, look, there's still one in here. He wasn't making a lot of noise, though. He must have not been moving or something.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Well, got all the pickups. I hear footsteps, so we're still not done. With the enemies, at least. I don't know if somebody's coming in here or what, but I think I'm going to try to move this block. At least it's not the Yetis. I think the Yetis do a lot of damage, at least with these guys. I mean, you know, you can obviously tell a difference in the footstep sounds between Bartoli's men and the Yetis. Alright, I think we need to pull it in a little bit and then basically push it out when we flip that switch. Oh. Nope, I guess don't even need to do that. Keeping one propped open makes them all propped open, so I guess it's one long continuous gate. Oh, I'm really low on shotgun ammo, jeez. Didn't even realize. He's dead already, Lara.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Got a little shotgun ammo back. Got 5 now. I guess I'll stick with the automatic pistols. It seemed to have an abundance of ammunition for it, so why not? It's not as good, but... Oh, shit. Oh, there he is. Cool. Okay. Now we're up here, so we can... Okay, I guess we don't go that way. But we can get up this ladder. I feel like I barely made that. There's something swimming around down here. Huh. Okay, that's weird. Big old chasm in the water, but nothing down there. Might just be a spawning point so that they don't, like, pop in. Good thing I decided to stop. Start shooting at these things. Son of a bitch. It's like the Sword of Damocles room. I feel like those icicles were like gunning for me. Oh. Like all this water here, I'm wondering why I can't just swim it, but... There's a ladder here. Oops. I need to go a little higher, I guess. Can't exit on the sides. That would probably be worse, because I don't think I'd be able to grab onto the ladder then. There we go. A dragon statue, alright.
Uh-huh.
Cool. That's 2, right? Yeah. Alright, one more. Guess it's got to be a long jump. Looked a lot taller than the platform we were on. Ooh, right at the bottom rung. See, I didn't even think the long jump would work. Texture looked a little off color on that wall. I thought maybe it might be a moving block. Perfect spot for one. A little bit below you. There you go. Not coming back, I guess. Alright, I'll switch to the automatics and jump down there. Okay, I remember this. So there's like this massive brazier here. So there's this glass, or ice. And there's something down there, so you have to drop this to break it. Oh yeah, okay. And I guess this is the switch to do it. Or not. Alright, we open up the double doors, that's good. I specifically remember this thing crashing down, and there's obviously an item down there, so you gotta do it at some point. I guess it's just not now.
Uh-huh.
Bunch of boulder or snowball traps. Sometimes dropping down a bit will get them to come out. Which I think they did, it just wasn't at any spot that was convenient for me. Well, might leave it at 2 out of 3. Okay, so there is ice store there. Just need to trigger this thing. A little bit more. I wasn't sure if I triggered the other ones back here. Let me see what's around here first. Before I start mucking about. Snow leopard's still trying to get out. There's a couple items in here. Oh, I think the trophy. I think the statue's in here. There it is. Okay. Oh, I remember this one. This one's shitty because there's a climb up spot that you do not see. Okay, maybe you see it a little bit. You really got to be looking for it though. See, there's the slight faint texture difference between the wall over here and the wall here. If you're not like peering at it pretty damn hard, you're not going to see it. So it's a little bullshit. It's even harder, I think, at the remaster to even notice it. But it's not fun. I guess look at the items down here. Shit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's a lot of items, so probably worth it. Let's see what I should have zagged. Oh, pressure pad. All right, last statue.
Uh-huh.
More ammunition. Alright, I think I gotta press. That opens up the door in the back there. And then this opens up this one, obviously. Just gotta jump over these spikes, which usually isn't recommended, but whoa! And there you go. Actually, I should... Can I move the camera anymore? There it goes. Okay, nothing up there. Oh, that's the end. Alright. I thought there was a little bit more to that, but I guess you come back... You have to come back there, because I remember the section. And then obviously we saw the item that was buried under the ice, so... Must be one of those things where you double back at some point, but... There you go. Not all the pickups. I don't know where they all could be, but all the secret statues at the very least. Ah, the bells. It's kind of fun. Oh, we got Yetis. Oh, this is the this is the spot with the jump pads. Yeah, these can be pretty dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually one of my favorite secrets is coming up here. Yeah, it might take a bit of work to get to, though. Anyway, I was debating whether or not I wanted to go grab it, like, right away. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably save that for later. I'm not going to go too late. Oh, we've done like a 4-hour stream, so it's not bad. But going to hold off on doing too much more. I don't think there's too much of Tibet left. There must be like a couple levels at least, because I think there's this, and then, like I said, we have to probably backtrack to the level we just did, do some stuff over there. And then that might lead into the end of Tibet, but once we end Tibet, it's back to China. And then what is that? There's like 3 levels after that, so we're pretty close to the end, although the final levels are really hard, so I don't know, it might take a while. We'll see how it goes. But we're pretty close to the end of the game here, so depending on how long I stream this game next time, I could end up beating it, at least the main story mode. There's an expansion for this one, the Golden Mask, so I don't know. Depending on how long it takes, I might end up doing that, at least starting that expansion when I finish this up, or maybe have its own separate stream. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, good stuff. Making some decent progress with it, so I am happy about that. But can't go too late again, so we'll just go ahead and end it here. Let's see. We've got... There's Oxcat doing Top Shop. I don't know what that is, but I've got 2 people I know streaming right now, so I think we'll go ahead and toss him a raid. And should be good for now. I will be back tomorrow night. It is going to be the first official launch day for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, though, so we will not be doing Tomb Raider. But we're going to go ahead and hit up that, and then, I don't know, depending on how the streams go, I might be doing that for a couple days, and then we'll come back to Tomb Raider at some point, but still, we're not finished with Tomb Raider. Definitely not. I think I'm just going to keep playing through all the games and expansions, so we should see a return to that probably next week, I think, but maybe even sooner than that. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Good talking with y'all. And let's go check out Oxcat doing Top Shop, and y'all have a good night. See you next time.